Welcome to the Real Mama Pod.
I'm your host, Devin.
And I'm your host, Kendra.
We are real moms.
Sharing real experiences. The things people don't tell you.
Hey, Mama, hey.
Hey, Mama, hey.
How are you, friend?
I'm good. I'm happy.
Why are you happy?
Because we're drinking today.
Yeah. Y'all see this friend? We got a guest, y'all, and she's an expert in wine.
Yeah. So this is sommelier.
Sommelier.
Oh, yes. Sommelier, yeah.
Sommelier. See, I knew I was going to mess
It's
it
just
up.
a fancy way for wine expert, someone who studied wine. That's all.
Well, that's
all
what
it
you
is.
are.
But
Yes.
if you drink every day, you also should be called a sommelier. You're an expert.
Yeah, so we have Racquel here, and so full circle moment. A couple of episodes back, we had her husband on, Money Making Mitch, and they're like a dynamic duo. And we met Racquel through the Brides and Wives group, turned baby group, turned couple trip. So this is like a full circle moment, and she's just an expert and great at what she does. So she gonna give us all the wine today, y'all.
Yes.
Mama Juice Reloaded.
Oh, yeah, no, seriously. We not have, this is Mama Juice today, just
Right,
FYI.
it's a whole Mama Juice episode.
This is
Yeah.
going to be a fun episode,
Yeah,
so I'm excited.
so Racquel, briefly tell us about your journey to mamahood.
Ooh, that's we will be here all like for hours, but I'll tell you a little bit about how I found out I was a mother. I was studying to become a level 1 sommelier. There's 4 levels, and you have to drink at least 20 plus wines. I can't even remember. And on the day I passed the exam, I was like, okay, I'm going to drink a full glass of my favorite red wine to celebrate.
Right.
And my stomach was killing. I was cramping. I was like, oh, no, I can't be allergic to wine now. I just passed the exam. And I had already taken a pregnancy test a few days before that, and it came back negative.
Right.
So I was like, I was like, maybe I'll just take another one. And then that's when that one ended up being positive.
Man.
And so even though I passed my exam, I had to stop doing tasting.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So I'm very excited to be back doing tastings again.
Doing the
Thank
work
y'all.
that you love.
Right. That's funny.
Guess what? We found the secret. We found the secret. If you are a mama or a woman in general and you are struggling with your libido, we have found the trick. She-O has done the job. We have been more engaged intimately with our husbands. We have had all the fun. And when I tell y'all the fun, we have had the fun. And guess what? We don't have to put towards so much energy because this has done the trick. And if y'all don't believe us, check out the reviews.
Yep.
Like,
Check the link in our bio. And use code MAMA, all caps, for extra discounts. But order it today. That's all I gotta say. Order it
today. And like we said, if you don't trust us, read the reviews.
All right, so we get right into it today, y'all. All right, our first drink. What we doing?
What we
All
got?
right,
first glass of wine.
so moms, keep your events very simple. I put together a little spread for a quick wine tasting. So what
Okay.
we have first is a sparkling wine. Bubbly always gets the party started. Always puts everyone in a celebratory mode. Even if it's a Tuesday night, break out the bubbly. So we've got a cava, and I would say you could pair bubbly with. It's actually a really good food wine. I would say potato chips. If you're trying to do something really quick with your friends, having a girls' night, potato chips complements sparkling wine. Most sparkling wines really well. So that's one tip. So take a
I
sip.
love kava.
Yeah, and we have a cava, which is
that's good.
Spanish wine. Yes.
I didn't know that I was drinking kava stateside until I went to Spain. And they said, this is kava. And I'm like, oh,
What is?
I've been drinking this for years.
I'm a pro.
Right. It's really good.
Yeah, I love it. Actually, I like it better. I prefer it over champagne. I mean, they're made in the same way. It's just the grapes are different and it's different climate. But yeah, so again, sticking to the good food wine, because if you're having a party, people just want to drink and eat, and it's all about the experience. So Riesling is that wine. Like, you want to make sure Riesling should be a staple if you're having your first, second, third event.
Okay.
It pairs really well with most foods as well. So I brought sushi for you guys to try.
Okay.
Try the Riesling with it. Yeah, that is a little fancy for me. I haven't done that before, but I was like, you know what? The spicy mayo complements with the sweetness of the Riesling. So
do we eat the sushi first and then drink the wine, or
great question. So we usually, I tell people to do a wine sandwich. So you coat some wine on your palate, and then you take a little bite of your food, and then you take another swig of wine.
Okay, so I'm gonna drink my Riesling.
Some people finish the full glass before they eat.
Okay, we have sushi. We have 2 different types of sushi here, actually.
We do. We have a California roll and a spicy tuna. So the spicy tuna plays really well with the sweetness in the Riesling. So.
That sandwich. The sandwich is good, y'all.
Nice sandwich, right?
Come over here.
Yeah. So and then Riesling goes really well with salmon or a lot of fish, light fish dishes, salad. So after the bubbly, I always, if it's not like a Pinot Gris or something, I'll go with Riesling.
That was really good.
That was really good.
Yeah.
And I'm not a sushi person.
Oh, but
And
now
I'm
you might.
And you're not a wine person, so for
I'm
you,
not a huge wine person, but I do like bubbly.
right?
Yeah.
I do like bubbly, but that was really good.
That was really good.
You know, I've had a guest who told me they didn't like wine and the food I was pairing it with until he put them together, and he was like, "Oh, I think it was chocolate and red wine." He was like,
That's like
"Oh, well, now I can drink red wine and chocolate."
Right.
So we'll move to the next one, which is red wine.
All right.
Okay.
So again, I keep repeating, if it's your first party, you want a good food wine. I picked Chianti because it's not light, it's a medium-bodied red. It's fruity, and it goes really well with beef, or you could also put it with pizza. I try to pair where the wine is made with the food of that region.
Oh, that's cool.
So Italian wine with Italian-style food. So, Kendra, what you have is the beef meatball. You've got a little bit of the marinara sauce.
Okay.
So you can do your wine sandwich with the red wine, and we will clank.
Yeah, we would clank. I don't eat beef, for those who don't know. So, you know,
Neither does
I'll just drink the wine.
Apparently, I do. So I'm gonna have my sandwich. I already drank my wine.
It's really smooth. Yeah.
So while she's testing that, I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
So did you nurse your daughter? And if you did you drink as well? And what rules did you follow for those who may be listening?
For the first month, I was terrified to drink until my neighbor was just like, "Oh yeah, I just left my friend's house and we just had a wine lunch." I was like, "What?" And she had her baby 2 weeks before me. So what I did was I got these milk screen test strips.
Yep.
And I knew wine had a very low alcohol content compared to liquor. And I was like, I can stick to just wine for a few months. So I started with, I forgot, I think it was a Chardonnay, because Chardonnay has like anywhere between 10 to 14% alcohol. And I kept testing my milk over and over again until the liquor was completely out. And I think it was 2 hours. So I just stuck with mine and just waited 2 hours. That was what worked with my metabolism.
That's cool. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that sandwich was good. Just
I was about to ask you.
Okay.
It was good?
That was good.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That was
I'm going to have to
good.
give me some pizza with mine
Yes.
next time.
Well, you got, what kind of pizza are you getting?
Cheese.
So you
Spinach
can
and tomato.
do a margarita pizza.
Okay, I love me a margarita pizza
Margarita
now.
pizzas are good. I
Okay,
just
that
add
is my
pepperoni
jam.
to mine.
Or veggie pizza. I'm good with those two.
So this brings us to our final wine. Conclude your wine tastings with the sweet. Try not to put the really sweet wines up front because it kind of ruins the taste on your palate. It's kind of like having toothpaste on your tongue and then you drink orange juice. Yeah, no, we don't want that. So this last one is a sweet, we call it, it's not sparkling, it's frizzante, so it's semi-sparkling. It's a sweet red. You can easily pick up all these wines from Total Wine, Publix, wherever you shop at.
And this is our mama juice today, y'all.
This is the mama juice.
It's in our
Yes,
mama juice
yes.
cocktail glasses, but
So
it's wine.
So this one, because it has notes of cherries and strawberries, I wanted to pair it with chocolate. So think about it as like a chocolate-covered strawberry. Ooh. So that's what we're going to do today. So we have Milano cookies, which, have the chocolate in the middle, and then we also have chocolate-covered blueberries. Okay. So we'll do our wine sandwich with both.
All right, and I'm going to just clink with myself. I gave up sweets for a little bit, so, but I can drink wine. I just can't have, like, sweet.
Okay. And this is a great summertime wine, too.
Or my blueberry. I'm going to go with the cookie.
Okay. I'm going to go with that next.
Okay.
Meanwhile,
Enjoy for me.
I've had the full
experience
menu of what Racquel has brought.
Meanwhile, it's opposite usually. Usually I'm eating everything and love everything. And Kendra's like, I'm not drinking that. I'm not eating that. And look at that.
Hey, you were able to drink all of the wine.
Look,
that's good.
That's most important.
That's the most important part.
Couple things.
Okay. Let's hear these couple of things.
One, hold on.
Let me finish real quick.
Number two, I have never had Milano cookies.
Really?
Until just now, and they're good.
They are.
good.
Now, I do like Pepperidge Farm cookies.
Yeah.
But I've never had the Milano.
I didn't know that about you.
And this wine is really good.
Yes, isn't
It's
it?
good. It is good.
Now I'm trying the blueberry.
Ooh, let's see.
Y'all go ahead and talk.
No, and for those of you who are wondering what kind of sweet wine this is, if you it's called Rilasso, but if you can't find it in your stores because it's not really popular, there's also Ravata. You can look for that at the store. It's very similar to the bubbliness of the Stella Rosa.
Oh, I love me a Stella Rosa.
Yeah.
That is my jam.
Usually I don't go for the sweeter wines.
But when you're pairing
This is the pairings.
Yeah.
The pairings are
Right.
delicious. And that blueberry was really good.
Yeah.
Yes, it was really good.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what got you into wine tasting?
I want so I traveled all over the country, well, actually all over the world for my job, and every place I went to, I had to go to the nearest winery, and I was like, I do this on every single trip. I will break my neck to get to a winery. So I was like, maybe there's some sort of passion here, and so I was like, when I retire, I want a winery. That would be a fun way to retire.
I love
So let
that.
us know
That's
when
dope.
the winery opens. We will be some of your first guests.
Yes.
And we'll do a live recording there too.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Is there
that.
an ideal area you want to have your winery?
Probably California.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm down. I love Cali, so
Yes.
let's make it happen. We're speaking that
let
into
us know.
existence.
yes, let's do it. So yeah, that's what happened. And then I couldn't afford the wine education at the time, so I joined Traveling Vineyard because they gave free wine education for like $100.
Yeah, and you were really great with that.
Thank you.
Yeah, she hosted a few of our events as well.
Yeah.
Our first couples trip, we did like this amazing, like our husband was like, ooh, this is fancy. And Jared went all out. He broke the bank. Y'all know he cheat people on everything she suggested. So
okay.
she's Racquel is legit.
Yes. Thank you.
So I have a question for both of you. Out of the 4 that we've tasted, what's your favorite?
That's hard.
You know what? Ever since becoming a mom, I gotta go with dessert nowadays.
Yeah.
So the final wine was actually my favorite pairing, the sweet sparkling wine with the chocolate.
Okay, I would say the first one. It gave me that little champagne vibe.
Yeah, the cava.
Yeah, the cava. That was really good. And I did like the dessert wine. Those are like neck and neck. All of them were great. But if I had to choose one, I guess I would choose those 2. What about you, friend?
Surprisingly?
Since you're not a wine drinker, I'm curious to know.
Let me shock the world.
Shock them.
So obviously the cava is my top because I do like cava. But the pairing that I like the most, and I loved all of them, but the Riesling with the sushi was really good.
That was good.
And I'm not a Riesling person,
Or
nor
sushi.
am I a sushi person. But I don't know what type of marriage they had just now, but it works.
It's the sweet and spiciness.
Yeah, or maybe you
there's
just pick some good tuna. I don't know.
It's all of the above. Complexity is what you're going for, and that's what you get with that pairing.
I love this.
makes
This
sense.
was a good episode. I'm feeling a little.
I know. Are you?
Y'all know I'm a
First of
lightweight.
all,
I
Devin-
need is a sip.
Me and Devin have been on wine tastings before, and it's like, girl, you just took
I always
2
give
sips.
them my tickets. Between her and Jared, they're always splitting my tickets because I can never finish my drink, my tastings. So, Racquel, if people want to know more about you, book you, you also have a virtual class. Like, you have so many ways to access you. How can they find you and connect with you?
Well, I will say, so what I'm working on right now is that virtual class is really what I'm focusing on. I'm moving it to a different platform to make it more accessible to those who may not know who I am yet. And then, so you can find it on Udemy. So that's soon. We're working on getting it on over there. And then you can follow me on Instagram at Racquel Wines and then hopefully TikTok soon.
Okay, look, TikTok has been a struggle for us too.
Curve.
We have an account,
Learning
but
curve.
well, we're like, it's either YouTube or TikTok. We got to pick one.
Right.
You can't do both.
Exactly.
Families, are y'all looking for some fun to get into this summer? If so, we have the perfect trip for you.
Yes, KT Travel and More is back with another great trip.
Yes.
July 13th through July 16th, you and your family can pack up and go where, friend?
To Punta Cana.
Yes.
Hey.
So hit up Stephanie for all the details, but this trip is very affordable and it fits a family of 4.
Absolutely. And guess what? You will be in Punta Cana for 4 days and 3 nights under the sunny weather, the breeze, the ocean, all the fun. So make sure you check out KT Travel and More for more details.
Sign up today before it's too late. Hey, so it's time for Mama's Corner since we have Mama's Juice all throughout the episode. So if this is your first time listening, Mama's Corner is our opportunity to connect with our guests and our listeners. So typically our listeners will write in and they'll have a question and we'll answer it and we'll dissect it. Now, we're no experts, okay? So don't say Kendra, Devin, or Racquel told you to do this, okay? Now, if it works, give us our credit. But if it doesn't, we have nothing to do with that, all right? So Mama's Corner it's kind of short, and it's pretty interesting because your husband supports you as well. So the question is, hey, Mama, hey. I love when y'all greet us like that, hey. Keep up the good work, ladies. How did you all get your partners on board to support you with your dreams of starting a podcast? So I thought that was pretty cool. You are a dream maker as well with starting your business. And, we've been around since you kind of started. So seeing it grow and flourish into this amazing business, I thought this would be great for you to answer as well as us.
Yeah. So my husband is also an entrepreneur. To see me embark upon my entrepreneurship journey, he was 100% in. He wanted to become my business coach. I was like, oh no. I have my own ideas. Stop. Leave me alone. But he was 100% in. I had a wine yacht party. He bankrolled part of it. Like he was all in 100%. So he was fully supportive of whatever I chose to do, just as long as my heart was in it.
Yeah. How about for you, Ken?
So Jonathan loves to see me working in my passions. So as soon as I talked to him about us exploring this podcast, he was like, yeah, I've seen you obviously become a mother. I've heard some of the conversations you and Devin have had. It makes sense. And he's like, I'm always on board for what y'all are doing. So he thrives watching us. He helps me create the Mama Juice cocktail. So he really likes to help with that. And one thing about him being supportive is that I communicate to him, like, this is what's going on. Sometimes he hears me and Devin talking. He's like, what's going on? And I didn't tell him, but it's a matter of open communication about like the passion and what's ahead and what we want to do with this podcast and how we want to grow it, and him holding me accountable, at least with my contributions to
almost
podcast.
Too accountable, but
yeah, he's usually our first listener.
Oh wow!
And he will either text me and Devin, or he'll tell me like, "Hey, this episode was great," and X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
But he is one of our biggest supporters.
Yes. And for Jared and I, he is a big supporter as well. And like Kendra was saying, the communication piece. And Jared, deep down inside, he wants to be an entrepreneur solely. Like, that is our business. We have a few businesses that are side hustles that we're trying to make sure is our 9 to 5. So he's always been on board. He's like, you want to start when? How much money you need? You need to do this. You need to do that. Or even with our visuals, because he likes the reels, and me and Kendra are just like, we don't want to do this. But he's like, y'all need to try this and y'all need to try to do that. So we call Jonathan like our manager when it comes to like
The podcast,
the content, and the podcast, right? And then the visual stuff and the ideas is all Jared. And so it's nothing we did in particular to make them want to support us. It was something they already had. And we are a team. So a lot of times if one is successful, we're both are successful. And so they just love seeing us grind and really chase our dreams and follow our dreams. So if you are struggling with having your partner connect with you and helping you like jumpstart, like just communicate with them and say, hey babe, I don't feel like you're supporting me. And this is how you can support me. If that's the way you were going, I'm not sure. I just kind of assumed that. But write us back and let us know if this was helpful.
Yeah.
I guess.
And low key, in all honesty, Jonathan and Jared, they have their moments of being shady. Like,
Yes.
so when is the real mama pod bringing in some money?
Right.
Because, you know,
I'm tired of funding this.
the Fergusons and the Graces are funding the podcast. So they'll say little slick
Or they'll
stuff
try
like
to
that.
charge us for their fees or
Yeah.
whatever. I'm
Oh,
like, you don't
yeah.
get out of here. I'm going to
So
pay
where
you
do
no
I
mind.
send my invoice to
Right.
the real mama pod?
Hey, you can write
There's
that
no
off.
invoice.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
There's
We're going to
no-
hire them. That's what we're going to do.
Exactly. So
We talked
yeah.
about that with your husband.
Yes, we sure did. He gave us some good tips.
Yes.
Yeah, well, this was great, mamas. I really loved this. This was fun. Great
So
way
much
to
fun.
Light.
have the summer
time.
on and popping. We outside.
Yes.
Yes, for sure. And this is a great way to celebrate the summer, the warm months.
Yes.
The warm months. Well, until next time, mamas. Bye.
Bye and cheers.
Yes. Thank you. Cheers for real. This is really good. Thank you all so much for joining us at the Real Mama Pod.
Yes, every Thursday night. Y'all could be anywhere.
But you're hanging out with us.
Yes, and we love it. So, friend, where can they find you?
They can find me anywhere they like. I'm on Instagram at KendraFerg_. And I'm also on Facebook, Kendra Ferguson.
Okay.
What about you?
And you can reach me at DevGrace_. Instagram, TikTok,
Pinterest,
Twitter, Facebook, Twitter, all of that at The Real Mama
Pod.
Yeah, so make sure you follow us. If you want to learn more about Kendra and I, you can check out our website where we have mama merch. Hey, you can see our little
All
sweatshirts.
right. We are wearing our mama merch.
Yeah, we have sweatshirts, hats, necklaces. We also have Rich Auntie merch. So you can purchase that at
Dot.
www.therealmamapod.com.
Dot.
We're so corny.
I know.